One meeting. Sorry, everybody. Oh. All right. Welcome to episode. Now it says 11, and I'm pretty sure it's 13.
It's 13.
This is. It, everything's going fine. Um. So today we are doing two games. We are going to start with a cultural fiasco to explain what's going on with Tirloa's mushroom people. Like, we saw them. We saw some people be rude to them. The crew protected them. We saw the fact that they have mechs. All I know is they have mechs and they are adorable. Today's game is going to have Nicholas, our dear mushroom dog man, going on an anthropological adventure. Very, what is it? The Life Aquatic as an inspiration. If you guys haven't seen it, just imagine ridiculous Wes Anderson documentary. But we're going to start with Patagon interviewing Nicholas before he takes Amon, Pollux and Castor, and Nickel out on this adventure.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Patagon Show, where we have Nicholas here to help guide us on the next adventure that he's going on. So, Nicholas, you're looking a little different today. You care
Yes,
to explain?
Patagon. As you might notice, I have managed to turn myself into a mushroom.
Ah, so how does that process work? You know, I believe something about spores. Was it?
Through some delicate study with the aid of some of your luminaries and some mysticians, like of some of your research, I have learned to tap into the resonance of some of our crewmates. With no small aid from Royce and his laboratory. It syncs your resonance up with that of Tirloa. And like, he doesn't have arms, but he motions to himself.
Gotcha. So with this, are you hoping to be able to communicate with the other mushroom folk? Is that?
We have it on good authority that they communicate through sporing, and how best to understand them. Then we've done a lot of studying on pheromones due to Commander Valentina. Like, with some help from her, we have managed to put together a way of communicating with mushrooms.
Well, this will be quite the time then. So is there any concerns about any long-lasting effects of the potion you're using, or?
Oh no, I'm not concerned at all. I'd be perfectly comfortable living the rest of my life like this.
Ah, okay. Good.
Like, you look over and it's just the other three that just drank their potions as well. Like, they haven't turned into their mushroom forms yet. Well, four is Pollux, Castor, and Nickel and Amon just looking at each other.
Looking at each other like, what the fuck did we get ourselves into?
Did he just say
Is
we
this
could be
permanent?
this I could be, but I don't think so.
Well, we will be monitoring this as it develops, and hope that you'll be able to accomplish your mission successfully.
Oh, don't you worry. We have been supplied by D20 Rock with micro cameras. We're going to be recording all of this.
Oh! So this is going to be a new feature-length documentary.
Yes, I think we're going to go record our discoveries. We might have a channel.
Oh, well, I, for one, think that will be a wonderful development.
I think so too. We need more educational programming on this. I'm not saying anything bad about your show, but I feel like we have too many westerns, like pew pews. I don't know how he does finger guns. Again, no arms, but you feel them.
Yes, the more educational, the better, in my opinion, as well. So, well, is there anything else you'd like to tell the folks watching and to like look out for, or?
Oh yes, spay and neuter your bicorns. Those things, they eat birds. The, it's an endemic. They're not native.
All right.
Sorry. Wait. They're invasive.
All right. Well, congratulations on your new documentary, and have a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. He goes for a handshake, but it just feels really weird. Like he reaches out, but you can't see anything. His gills shake.
There you go. Yep.
All right, everybody. I don't think you're ready, but here we go.
Oh my god, look at them!
Adorable.
Thank you so much. We're gonna see Patagon again at the halfway point where he is going to do exit interviews of our mushroom anthropologists.
Like our little feet!
Yeah, you do all have little feet, like, or stumpy little, like, trunks.
I cannot move my token.
Oh, let me get that fixed. I'll get rid of that Nicholas, because there's a better version of him now.
Why does Amon have thunder thighs?
Nika just says, because it's funny. Also, I would love to see him in the fishnets in this one too. Little spider webs.
Also, Amon, if you've said anything, we can't hear you.
I have not said anything yet.
Nicholas is just like, now that I have you all here. She's like, we are about to make our way into the colony at large. Remember, we are refugee mushrooms from the neighboring area. We are not a film crew trying to study their lives.
Got it.
Of course not.
It's like, and everybody has their cover story.
You were supposed to have a cover story?
It's like, all right, and that's when we sit down. He's just like, okay, no, we have to make that up. All right, so which order do we want to go? So, go ahead and place it. Like, I'll be wherever I want. Are we good with where it is right now? Do we want you guys to be next to other people for your relationships?
This works for me.
Yeah, this works for me.
All right. Well, we normally start at 12 o'clock. So, Amon, do you have a relationship that you, or like, not? It can be any card, and it doesn't need to be a relationship. It just, this has a shared, something is shared between it. If it's a need, like, then you need it and you want the other person to help you, or you both need it. If it's an object, it's something that you could have found together, or something that isn't like that you both are studying and looking into. Or if
And I
it's a
just play any of these.
Yep, just click and drag them right out of your inventory, and they'll put it between you and Pollux and Castor's adorable little mushrooms.
Okay, so I had this idea. What if we were
I'm
engineers?
so happy with like Nicholas's token over here now. I'll make the cards bigger. Sometimes they're huge, sometimes they're not. So I will. I'm sorry. By all means, Amon, read out your card. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was saying, what if we were engineers? Let's, we want to study the fungi, right? What better way to study them than to look at their technology and get an understanding of how these people, how they work.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Nicholas just looks over at the fact that we have Nickel and Nicholas in the same game. Might have been a mistake on my part. Right. Nicholas looks over.
Willing to go by Trafford.
Nicholas looks over and is just like, did I hear a but at the end of that sentence there? Like, it sounds like a good idea. They really just, you left it hanging there.
I mean, it's a good idea. Just I'm a bit concerned about if we wind up over there, because neither myself or Castor are engineers.
You could be communications engineers. What are you currently working on, you two? If asked.
Oh, well, we're working on this little crystal that we found. It came from the Neverglades, but it's wound up here now, so. Oh no!
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So, is the idea we are bringing this not garbage, like we are bringing this piece of, like, this cracked crystal core to the colony as a peace offering? Or like this is how we get in?
I mean, either one could work. Perhaps the mushrooms would have a better idea on what to use this for.
Okay. We are presenting them technology. Let me look at things. I think Nicholas, his main need in the city is to understand, like, how the politics work, like the power dynamics between the mushroom cluster, who leads and why. He wants to know, what the culture's like. Nicholas, not particularly enthralled with technological advancements so much as anthropological advancements. And he just like goes up to Officer Trafford. He's just like, I'm gonna need you to stay focused with this. Like, Officer Trafford, I realize this technology is something very interesting to some of us. It's like, yes, how do mushrooms have mechs? How are they piloting these? Like, what kind of world has made the fungus into weapons? But I want to get to the why more than I want to get to the how they do it. Can you help me in this?
I mean, I can certainly try, but I also want to make sure that this all gets out. I want to be sure that we're able to blend in appropriately and, make sure that they don't realize that there are some non-fungi amongst them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we all remain in character. All right, Amon, now you go the other way. Now you play one between you and Nickel.
Well, and we're trying to understand why these mushroom have mechs and stuff, right? How they work.
Yeah, that appears to be you and Vala's, you and Pollux and Castor's mission. Is like you two are focused on the mechs. Me and Nickel are focused on blending in and learning about the government.
I think in order to help with things, I think you're going to need to avoid some people. There's probably like older fun guy in this colony that might sniff through our little disguises and stuff. So I think we're gonna need to make sure that we're avoiding them at all costs.
Okay. All right, Nickel. What is between you and Nicholas?
Well, the most important thing we need to document it. A concealed recorder. Not sure where Nickel's going to be sneaking it away. Maybe keep it under Nicholas's cap, literally and figuratively, but I mean, you can't do a documentary without some B-rolls. Or A-rolls for that matter.
That's fair. Okay. So, Pollux and Castor, Nicholas is going to assign you, since you are going to be disguised as engineers and you are going to be in the mechs anyway, can you find out? We need to learn what powers these things. Is it actually a technology thing, or is it just magic? Do the mushrooms have magic? It's like,
Of course, of course.
Are the mushrooms themselves magic? What is a fungus? It's like, let's get to the real roots of the problem. It's like both in the Echo and on Earth. What's a mushroom?
Now, before I play my card, I do just have one question. So we're aware they have mechs. Are we aware of what the mechs are made of, or is that something we still have to learn?
I think that's something we have to learn. If you have something to play right now, you can make them what they're made of. In the upcoming game, we will see the fact that they have at least been made out of a barrel. Somebody is riding around on a mouse. Somebody uses just a whole bunch of beetles with cordyceps mushrooms coming out of them. And I can't remember what Caram says right now. But yeah, if you have something that you want to tell us what they're made out of, like, we will make the next game deal with what we say. We don't have to fit into they have to fit into us.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, if we're going there to be engineers, we kind of need something to bring with us to make it seem like, we're also there to like fix or improve something. So, what about this predator claw I found?
Okay, all right.
Give one of the mechs a new weapon.
I see. So our cover here is we're trying to affix the predator's claw onto one of their machineries.
Yeah, that works.
So, absolutely. Let's set the stage real fast. We are slowly walking into this town. We're not all together. We're not coming into the town at the same time, I don't think. I think Pollux and Castor and Amon, you are coming into town, and Nicholas and Nickel are coming into town. It is... Oh no, like, what does it look like? Like, what do they build their homes out of? And like, what kind of technology level are we at? I can start the scene if we want to, and then go clockwise, or if Amon has an idea for a scene to do. Anybody just jump in as any NPCs, perfectly fine.
I don't know why I had a thought of like how their buildings and stuff look.
Yeah, please, absolutely. Like, yeah, give us a scene of walking into town and like. And also, I just need one quick thing. Does Pollux, Castor, and Amon Mushroom? Are you dragging in a cart? Because you've got a cracked core, a crystal core, and a predator's claw. Like, are these big things? Are you guys just like dragging these items in to trade, or like?
I feel like we have like a makeshift wheelbarrow-esque thing.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, feel free to describe how you think the town looks.
Right, so it might be a little stereotypical for little plant guys and stuff, but I don't know why I had like the image flooded my brain of like do you guys know Pixie Hollow?
You from Tinkerbell?
From Tinkerbell and stuff, like the it's kind of like that with like you know, made out of plants and stuff. Maybe there's a big acorn kind of building and stuff, you know, just stuff like that, like a cutesy little woodland you know, sprite kind of houses and stuff, but maybe into like a little more of a sophisticated way.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, so I'm perfectly fine with like a little like. So these guys are adorable, but they are definitely creepier than Smurfs. I actually don't think Smurfs are adorable. I just think Smurfs are terrifying.
They're creepy.
All right. So, Aman, do you have a scene of you all coming into the village, and then we will decide if it ends positively or negatively? Or do you want one of us to give you a scene and you decide whether it ends positively or negatively?
I have an idea, just because it's Amon, and Amon is a little flair of the theatrical and stuff, and it's gonna just drag Pollux and Castor into this. I feel like, you know, they're you know, just I feel like Amon is gonna fake this confidence here, and with Pollux, you know, Pollux and Castor is the brains, the mechanic and stuff. I'm the merchant. I'm the one that's helping them sell things. So we walk into the like maybe a center location of the town, and just Amon very loudly. We are travelers from afar and have come to deliver some goods and wares for you lot. Come to take a gander at what we have.
Mushroom looks over. What kind of goods? Did you bring food?
Not food, but mayhaps things to help you get food. My assistants here can tell you all about it, and he'll like nudge Pollux and Castor forward.
Oh,
The whole crowd turns to Pollux and Castor. It's just, and they all turn as one.
oh my god. Pox and Castor just have this sort of stunned silence on their face for a moment before clearing their throats and in a shaky manner, because if you don't remember, Pox and Castor do have a bit of stage fright. They are gonna gesture. At least one of them is gonna gesture to the worst. Well, we have here a claw that we've picked up from a predator out there.
Which predator? All of them in chorus.
Pollux looks to the claw for a moment and thinks, looks like some sort of feline. And then Castor would chime up, and we also found this weird looking crystal thing that we think came from across the waters. I'm certain it could be used for something.
All just mumble, 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 just rhubarb, 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 rhubarb. I suddenly realized that got messed up.
I was about to say, I'm guessing we're not supposed to be able to see them yet.
Yeah, not supposed to see it, but yeah, so it ends positively. Like Nickel, or Man, it's like anybody. What did you actually say? What got their interest? Like, what about these objects can the town find useful?
I think probably the predator's claw they found the more useful of the two, because it actually creates a nice solid tent pole, for lack of a better word, to help grow around and keep everything solidified, even as you have like those long fungal strings going here and there and everywhere, and just having a a big predator's claw is not only a sign of what they're protecting themselves against, but also something to literally build on around.
So, the builders took the claw instead of so we're not using this for the mechs. They were taking the predator's claw and not turning it into a weapon, but using it to build the city up.
Right, that they have better stuff for their weapons.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Love that. All right, Pollux and Castor, you don't have to go right to the next thing. You can move forward in time significantly. It doesn't matter. We can our characters can be spending weeks here. It's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a scene in mind, or would you like one?
I do have one in mind. Am I okay to play a location card for it, or should I
yes,
just...
absolutely. Go right ahead. I dragged the
Well,
root nexus in there because I was just it seems like what you're
Yeah.
describing.
Well, since per Nicholas's request, Pollux and Castor's big thing here is that they're trying to learn, and well, what better to learn than to figure out all the nooks and crannies of this place, including, say, this corrupted grove where a lot of the mushrooms are growing kind of weirdly. Maybe they're there to try. It would probably be best for them to learn why this is happening, and if there's a way around this, or if this is going to be a problem in the future.
Oh, absolutely. So Pollux and Castor arrive at this grove, and I did call it corrupted, but we also destroyed all the corruption. So I think it's more like a poison grove.
Mm-hmm.
People that are around here, what happens to the people?
Well, I would say, obviously, there's maybe it's not necessarily that bad things happen, but the people here just grow a bit differently. Like there are poisonous mushrooms out there, so this is just a grove of mushrooms that are a bit toxic.
Okay.
Maybe these mushrooms are just a bit more aggressive than others.
Yeah, hey, you two looking at me funny? What are you doing here?
You don't belong here. Oh, I mean, what? Oh, do you belong here?
You think you're better than us?
Pox and Castor look to each other before looking back and just simply going, well, I mean, 2 heads are better than 1, so yes, I do think I'm better than you.
Oh, the mouths on this one.
Yeah, I like that. Nice.
Hey. Like, you notice that some of these mushrooms have, like, notches carved out of their, flesh that, like, they're like tattoos they healed, but, like, so some of them have, like, it's like scarification, but for mushrooms.
Speaking of are there scars on them? Because, you know, the lightning scars?
I get them, maybe. It's like, hey, check it out. This one got hit by lightning and survived.
Twice.
It's like, nah, nuh-uh. Did Pollux and Castor just make friends with the wrong side of the tracks? Did we just invent greaser mushrooms?
I think Pollux and Castor just befriended, like, greaser mushrooms.
Fucking West Side Story, just walking up, snapping.
They gotta flip that.
Hey, mushrooms, come out and play.
It's the worst. That's the worst. It's just like, I want to play the iced tea mushroom. Alright, fucking, alright, so I'm up. So, and you guys here's my idea for a scene, and one of you tell me how it ends. Nicholas is trying to get in with the elder mushrooms, and he knows Amon said that the elder mushrooms look like they're suspicious of us, but he's not like buying it. It's like, I think I know a little bit more about mushrooms than a fox. So he's just moseying on up, and there's one elder mushroom, and they have just like the most magnificent shelved beard. Just like just plates upon plates upon plates of mushrooms. It doesn't even look like this guy can move. Like, he's just like in this center tree trunk. And he's just like, oh, Nicholas, whoever wants to play this guy, please play him. Nicholas comes up to him, and he's just like, oh, Elder Mushroom, your gills look fantastic today.
What did you say?
I said your gills look fantastic today.
Oh, thank you. Good myself.
I assumed, yes, I thought you might have. I come offering you a gift. And he offers up a ritual object. What is this ritual object? It's something that you like. Or like something that we use in our rituals. What is it? Oh, the card itself says, a ritual object. The mushrooms have some darker practices. This is proof. And what What is it, and what does it imply?
Oh, he takes a second to like look it over a bit, and he goes, the dagger of the corrupted oak. It's been a long time since I've seen this.
Nicholas bows down. It's just like, we found it on the forest floor outside of the city. We found it to the west, where some new neighbors are moving in. How do we feel about the tall folk? Or the large folk? It looks like they're building a shop over there. I just like... I feel exactly the same way you do about them. Of course. How was that again?
Tall folk, no respect for nature.
Yes,
The
of
worst.
course. Down with the tall folk. Begins writing in his notebook.
They think they're so good with their altitudinal difference.
Yes, yeah, of course. They think they're better than us because we are short and we like being short. Yes?
Yes, I mean, we're,
Yes,
we're,
yes,
we're
of course.
little guys. We love being little guys.
We're little guys.
I got so extra, I knocked my drink over on
Nicholas is just like sitting there, just like, I am. He like laughs into his recording thing. He's just like, "Are you getting this, Nickel? I'm doing fantastic. We're gonna win an award for sure."
What was that?
Nothing, sir. Got him.
You're a weird little guy. I like that about you. You remind me of my grandfather. That's a good thing, I promise.
Thank you. I knew it was a good thing when you said it was a good thing. Excellent. I'm glad Nicholas is just rewarded for this.
As for Nickel, after what happened there, he's actually going to try to blend in with some of the lower levels of the mushroom colony. Specifically, he's going to a little council meeting that's happening. It's happening about these new people from the west coming in. It's a whole circle of mushrooms, of course, just talking, debating, yelling at each other. Things there is too. Well,
I say we kill him.
Yeah.
I say we kill him. What? We got that big barrel. Have you seen the barrel? It's huge. We got Burly Shroom. He's huge. Look at him. Look at this dude. And he points a thumb over at this just absolute unit of a mushroom. And he's just like, look at this thing over here. Like, the merchants the other day brought in this cracked core. And like he slaps it and he's just like, this baby can power so many mechs in ways you don't even understand. Like Burly, pull that lever. And Burly like jumps, grabs onto a lever and pulls it down, and it does the cartoon like boxing glove on the end of a spring, except for it's like an ancient gauntlet, and it flies out and hits a tree and just like smashes a hole in it. It's like, we're ready for war.
Yeah, they won't know what hit them.
Bring it down. Bring the big people down. We hate big people. Thinking they're so much taller than us. That's what my grandfather always says. Altitudinal advantage.
Yeah, that is. I'm wondering there, is it, beyond killing them, I'm wondering if they have any sort of, any sort of stuff, stuff we could use to grow.
This guy, you must come from like a reclaimer background. Just like, what? Just like, what are you thinking? What should we target?
Well, I'm thinking this sort of thing for something this big, something that big there. Well, basically, you start small, like how we always start, and from there, you make sure to just build up until all that bigness falls all down on their heads.
Okay. So we want to take. What are some useful things that? It's like everybody. You've seen the big folk around the. Like they call it the wastes. We'll find its real name. You've seen the big people around. You've seen their wagon wheels, like digging up ancestral homes. We've seen their giant feet stomping through our ancient land. We need that land to cultivate. They remove the logs from the path. What have we seen that could prove useful? You there, stuffing your face. Actually, do the mushrooms eat?
What?
What do the tall folk have that we don't? Other than an advantage of height. Altitudinal advantage.
They have those things that go real fast. What are they called? I think they said wagons, something like that.
Wagons. Yes. Could we learn to... We could use wagons. Get around, have more mobility.
We find a big enough one, we can make a traveling city.
Traveling. Now I'm just lost in the implications of that. Is that just like a giant pile of fertilizer that mushrooms are growing out of? That is attached to like a wagon just moving?
Yes, it is.
Nickel, are you... Sorry. Are you talking as yourself, or are you just recording this? These people talk amongst themselves?
I think just recording. Nickel may have said like one little thing quickly so he wasn't suspicious, and then let everyone else get carried away while he records it.
Okay. I think the negative of that does imply the problem is the fact that they are going to war with people trying to build, and we'll figure out what they're trying to build, like to the west.
Yep,
Also,
and
go ahead.
Yep, I also just played the. Oh, never mind. Go.
Oh no, I was just like, where do we think we are? It's got to be somewhere with all the mushrooms, but like it can be anywhere with all of these mushrooms.
Maybe like right there.
You think right here?
I like right here because it has like the little water source right here too.
And that could, if the mushrooms are really that tiny, maybe that's what they're probably thinking was the across the water.
Right. And it's just like you guys were talking about across the Sickened Sea. They're talking about across this pond.
Yeah.
Oh, a ruined caravan. Is that what's to the west? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's going to be their, mushroom equivalent of their aircraft carrier.
Yeah, all right. All right, Armand. The mushrooms are planning to go to war with a neighboring group of people. what? How is like, and what are they having you guys engineer to keep your cover?
Let's see, wartime, crazy time. You know, we're getting ready for war and stuff. I think, you know, as you know, uh, Amon and Fox and Cass are here, great engineers brought in. Maybe we're trying to figure out ways to reinforce their mechs and stuff, their you know, armaments. And with doing that, maybe we get an overloaded notebook with a bunch of their schematics and stuff inside it.
Yeah, get a feel for how these mechs work so that we can choose it to our advantage.
Oh, that notebook. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna personally say this is positive because I think that gets Pollux and Caster's need to learn done.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you always fail me? Yeah, so Amon and Pollux and Caster, you have this notebook. You are helping them build up their mechs. How do they work?
Well, see, Pollux and Cass, do you see this? Do you see this little mech right here? It's crazy. It's like a bunch of like vines going through it, almost like a marionette-esque puppet, but like it has this like weird spring-loaded like spear launcher.
Yes, we did notice that.
These are, you know, simplistically complicated machinery.
Yes, I do agree on that. Especially since, you know, they only have what they have here to work with, and they've managed to make amazing. Like, I know little to nothing about how mechs like this work, but the fact that they've managed to make something work, that is intriguing.
You know, now we've given them the cracked crystal. They might find a way to supercharge these into a greater extent. Like imagine these, but like, what if they make them almost autonomous?
What, you mean like golems or androids?
That's a terrifying prospect there. Let's hope that that's not part of the technology.
I agree there.
Okay. So, I don't know if we all see the like comedic irony in the fact that Tarkus killed squirrels so hard that they decided to go back to nature. But we go over to the mushrooms, who are all nature, and just like, we're gonna start building the robots. To get fucked?
It's basically a cycle. They go start in nature, they realize they need big robots, they get pummeled to a point and go back to nature.
Cycles.
The circle of life.
Like, Nicholas is just like, you got me on camp, you got me? Like, square on, okay. The cycles of life. Whereas during one time, I'm sorry, I'm taking my scene right here, Pollux and Caster, and like we'll go back to you. It's like, cycles of life. Whereas places around the Echo are finding new ways to deal with the upsurge of magic, the uptick in technology that has arrived with our friends over at the Silver Thimble. The mushroom folk of Tirloa have discovered their own way of dealing with things. And then we cut to a like Amon, Pollux, and Caster, and the other engineer mushrooms as it was scrolling across. War. The mushrooms are preparing for war. With an uptick in the natural life of creatures, the natural creatures coming back, and people wandering off of the path in Tier Lower, destroying many of the colonies, rotted logs, and locations for homes, we have seen preparation for war. With us today is engineer. Sorry, what was your name again? You Stinky Shroom. With us today we have Stinky Shroom. How are your feelings on the tall folks and the planned invasion?
Well, my first thought is down with the tall folks there. They keep trying to take the trees that have fallen down. I think we ought to make them fall down and make them the new trees for us to live in.
Yes. We own, and Nicholas just pulls out his notebook. We own ground. Yep. And we all firmly believe that everything touching the forest floor is ours. Yes? No?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, because of
Yes.
course there's those. We have to go up those trees a bit there, and actually, keep this under your hood. But I've heard some rumors of these guys named the Cordies. I heard rumors that they're actually trying to, colonize people while they're alive. That may be something there, but don't say anything. I know that's like pure madness, but keep it in mind, all right?
One could speculate that the cordyceps. I assume that you mean the cordyceps type mushrooms. Of course, the cordyceps, we know them. I'm also one of you and neighborly. Yes. He's just nodding. Mm-hmm. And it's thank you, Stinky Shroom. How did you get that? No, I don't really care. I don't. That'll never make it.
No. That's all right. That's right. You asked. You want to know? I'll let you know. It's because I just spore so much there. You get me started talking or just started sporing. I just can't stop. Just giving information again and again and again, more and more and more, and it's just stinking up the place with knowledge. That's why I'm Stinky Mushroom, and I'm proud of it.
Yes, thank you. This is did you get this, Nickel? They are planning to begin reaching out with the spores to infect the tall folk.
Yeah, I got that. Although I get the impression it's not all of them who are interested in doing it that way. Things go bad, that could be a big fracture point for them.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I think that is his scene. I think, Nicholas is worried right now. We're about to, once you two do your turns, we will flip the cards over and we will have what's called the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it looks like we figured out how they make their mechs. But does this actually go to just straight up they are going to try to infect targets with the cordyceps? That'll be if this game ends that way, that is what the next game's going to be doing. They're going to be trying to infect a living person with cordyceps.
Actually, I think I'll try a follow-up scene with that, and
Go for it. For
in
sure.
this one there, it's I'd say it's some of that thing about the Cordies have gotten out in more public there, and I'd say there's actually a bit of discontent on that. Is that In this case, there it's Nickel just doing more recording there. It looks like I'd say a couple mushrooms are about to get into a fight about the Cordis versus the about using the Cordy way versus just trying to use force of arms, just take it as opposed to sullying themselves with being inside those tall things. What do they think they want to be tall things? Is that what they want? They're just trying to be tall and lord over the rest of us.
Okay. So what do we think?
Actually, I think after a bit of that, because that's what's going on, Nickel's going to actually surreptitiously put the camera into a spot and actually just go there, and he's actually going to get involved with the fight too, saying there, wow, really, they're actually going to they're going to try to be tall, really?
It's like
If
oh,
anyone else wants to join in.
yeah, absolutely. One of the cordyceps that had that is like, it's not about being it's not about being tall. The goal is to get them out of here. It's just like, my plan is we just take over that small group. It's like, and we don't even puppet them. We leave them there. We then have them do stuff for us. We can have them move big things. It's like, don't you want to move big things?
I think at this point, another one of the people in the group speaks up, says, "What? Just have them do that? Abandon our ways, the things we've done for centuries that have gotten us as far as we have? It sounds like you're. I mean, we take the logs that fall down, and now you're just saying, trying to fix them, taking away by taking our own logs. That's sacrilege."
The one the cordyceps guy waves his appendage in the direction of the engineers, and he's just like, look what we're already doing. We are already building a better world. Don't we want to continue to build a better world? And what is the difference from making it out of stone, making it out of wood, or just making it out of a body? Some of you call us creepy. We hear you. Call us creepy shroom behind our backs. But we
Well, I'll
understand.
do it to your face. You're creepy.
It's just like, well, what's the difference?
The difference is we build from what's dead and make it better. That's the difference. We don't build from the living stuff.
But that exactly. It's like, yeah, kill them first.
Use them to scare the other talls.
Yeah. Right. So that does so far seems like the plan. As a cordyceps, the creepy shroom is just like, I am creepy shroom. It's like, that is who I am. And I will use everything I have to make this colony great. We will spread throughout Tirloa. It was ours once. It'll be ours again. Nicholas is just like, oh, this is fascinating. Yeah. Pollux and Castor, you got a scene idea?
Um. You know, I guess in a sense I do, since other than the fact that, you know, they were working on this cover story being an engineer, they accidentally got like involved with some of the greaser mushrooms, so you know. Maybe he's just turned this recording session into a bit of a game.
All right. What have you been doing? Like that you've been finding fun? It's just rebels without causes. Are you out there carving your names into trees?
You're just, yeah, carving the names into trees, causing minor inconveniences with some of the others. I mean, he's still like doing his best to figure out what he can, but he might as well have some fun while doing it.
All right. Oof. All right. I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Tell me if you like it. What if there is an underground, like, engineering group? You know, they are, because there's a class in Warshroom that's like shady shrooms. They're basically rogues. They make mechs out of animal parts instead of like they go find bones and they
Oh,
go
the
make
claw
like
would be perfect for here.
yeah. So yeah, we could take like parts of the claw because honestly, it's like exoskeletons. Have you guys ever seen the Pickle Rick episode of Rick and Morty? Like
Yep.
that. Like they are taking like a raccoon carcass and like using that as a mech. And since these ones like are growing like toxic areas, they find corpses and stuff. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. And like, we know that this main group wants to do what they're doing, but maybe these underground shrooms have a different goal in mind.
All right, what are the underground? What's their goal? Obviously, it's just like to have a little bit of it is to have fun.
Yeah, a little bit of fun. See, the main group wants to drive out the humans, or at least do harm to them. Maybe these guys just want to spread chaos. Because what's more chaotic than a dead raccoon running after you?
That's just a bunch of like pranks and stuff, like not murder.
Oh yeah, no, they are definitely not like the. I feel like these guys are definitely not the murderous kind. They can be if you eat them, and that's their own way of dealing with
That'll
things.
teach
But
you.
unless, yeah, it's like that'll teach you for biting on me. But otherwise, yeah, no, they're not murderous. They're just out for chaos and fun.
Absolutely. Okay. I think there's definitely one of them. He's like this one is Shady Shroom. He has markings on his face that looks like he's wearing sunglasses all the time. And he's recently, like, he just came back from an excursion to close to the what was it? The ruined caravan over there. He's just like, there's a lot of tall folks over there, but I found these things. And he drops a couple forks and knives down, as well as a turkey leg bone. Like, not exactly a turkey leg, because I don't think we have turkeys here. We might, I don't know. But like,
Is it a bip leg?
oh my god, it's a bip leg. That's terrible. Oh my god, I don't know if people eat bips.
Oh no.
Oh, and like a fish carcass, like the fish bones, but with the tail and the head on, and multiple things. It's just like a treasure trove.
A lot of sharp things here.
I think we can make some real cool stuff out of this.
Yes, I agree with that.
He puts a diagram down. He's like, I drew up some plans, and it's just, what if a motorcycle was made out of bones?
Oh my god, bone motorcycle.
That's metal as fuck.
It's like, I think we could do some real cool stuff here.
You can bet that they're secretly like recording this. Yes, this is definitely interesting.
And she's like, we gotta make sure that we don't let those people get out of hand. We like to have the tall folks around. If they're close, we get to keep taking their stuff. If you scare them away, how were we supposed to get all these like choice materials?
Exactly. Which is why we know that the non-toxic ones want to scare them away. Maybe we can use these to our advantage to steer things our way.
Do we have a plan? Can we talk to the big guys? Or do we show them that the tall folks are too much? We can't possibly kill them.
That might be our best bet.
I feel like I have a card for this. Can I play it?
Absolutely. Co-conspirators.
Actually,
Their goal
that
is
works.
less about research and more about quietly steering the Mushroom Society in specific directions.
Yeah.
Amon, Pollux, and Castor turns out to be like, they break the Prime Directive immediately.
I mean, he's still doing exactly what he was asked. He was asked to learn. It may not be what they were tasked to learn, but he's still learning.
But I feel like we're trying to avoid war, right? Like, we don't want to actually go to war with these things, right?
I mean, I certainly don't want to, but we can. Maybe we can get them to fight each other. After all, one of them wants to
You
fight
want a
us.
civil war?
No, not really. But what would you rather us do? Would you rather them fight us, or would you rather them fight each other?
Do you think we could find some like alternative option here, where they can have the force and the people can have their towns, and they live in like some sort of like harmonious like relationship?
I mean, you can try.
I mean, I don't know how you would do that at all. I'm not really a brain person right here for this.
Maybe. Well, my goal is all about communication. Maybe we can get them to talk to each other. I don't know.
All right. Let's all flip over our cards, and so we can do the turn.
I have a 10.
So you have a 10. You have a 9. Okay, I have a 4. So nothing on mine's happening. Something on Nichols is definitely happening, though. So one of these things has to happen. So Pollux and Castor, your two things are a new ally or large folk withdrawal. Your score is just 10, but you can take either one of those. You don't have to take the higher. And one of those two things has to happen. For Nickel, you have -1 or -7. So it's either a predator strikes or large folk scavenging.
I
Well,
like
at
the
least with
idea of a
mine.
new ally.
All right. And I think it'd be really interesting to have the large folk scavenging because that's going to put everything up to a boiling point and also, directly affecting nature.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we go around another time, like doing scenes. I would like to start with either Nickel or Pollux and Castor to get the inspiration for the scene going with the events.
I think, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. And I think at this point, the scene would turn there to I'd say Nickel is far in the distance there, at the area where the ruined caravan was, but got recently moved in preparation for war. When he starts to see a few of the people who at least previously had some time walking on the path, heading towards the area, and even in their huge booming voices from the way he saw, they're starting to say stuff about,
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually heard there's this sort of thing there about some sort of a ghost wagon around here. It seems like hey, that could be a neat, nice little adventure. I mean, if there's ghosts, I mean, ghosts got to be guarding something. Maybe treasure, maybe some special medicine, or heck, maybe they're just causing pranks and trouble for everyone. Either way, it seems like a fun thing there. Well, I mean, we're running a little low. We'll have to find stuff here, but I mean, it looks like a good spot to me. This looks unspoiled. We gotta find a lot of good stuff here.
And it's just like ugh. I hate mushrooms. I can't stand like, can we just like kick these out of here? And they start like, one of them just like walks out the path a little bit and just boots a mushroom and it goes flying through the forest.
Yeah, in fact, I'd say goes flying there and probably narrowly misses Nickel. He's going like, "Hey, I'll get you! I'll get you! I'll get you! I'll get you!"
It's,
Tell my story.
he just reaches down and he's just like, what the hell's this? And he like, you see him grab one of the scout mechs and it's just like, yeah. And he's like reaches his finger in and peels one of the mushroom out of it and it goes flopping onto the ground. He's just like, look at this little thing. Do you think it came from the scrapyard? And he like shakes it like it's a little action figure.
no, they're too strong. Oh, the hubris. Oh no. Oh dear.
So yeah, the one's just like, I wonder if there's any more of these. And he drops the mushrooms mech into his bag. He's just like, they're just adorable. I'm gonna collect them all.
This isn't good. We need to tell the others.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, if that's good for you, yeah. Gotta catch them all, I guess.
Back at the town, it's just like people like, grab your grab your weapons. They're on their way.
How did they know? Where'd they find us?
It's like somebody like just screaming, running around, like little mushroom clasped to their chest. I don't think they like kids are actually like really a thing, but it just like screaming, running.
Well, no, clutch to the chest because budding.
Ah, yes, of course. Then it's not actually two of them, it's just one. He's like running around at like it's the beginning of a kaiju movie.
It's Godzilla!
It's like they're coming. It's just a lizard guy. That's just one of the people from Dyad. And it's just like, oh, check it out. There's another one. What's the next scene of this town being scavenged? I think Nicholas is just gonna be like, he set up a camera somewhere. People are running around in the back of him. It's black and white. In a world turned upside down. Like, you'll notice the once war-hungry people of this village have turned, well, into victims. Look at this. All around you, it's just like fire. Like, you got fire in homes just like knocked over. But it's just as easy to knock these homes over as it is to just accidentally kick a mushroom over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just somebody like grabbing over. There's a lot of these over here. It's just like, is this an act of aggression or just a simple misunderstanding?
And in post production, you can hear sort of a sad song background.
War. War never changes. Rupert. Thanks for really just helping us out there. Is this the end? This almost looks like the end of this small colony. Will they grow out of the ashes? What will become of these people? And it's like the mechs start like coming out in numbers. It looks like World War II propaganda. Just a row of tanks moving forward, but it's all the mechs we just built. Like fueled by that cracked crystal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it looks like they are beginning to fight back. It's like, I'm Nicholas, reporting on the front line. As he like hides underneath his like, I really think he has a ghillie suit on right now. Like he's a mushroom just covered in leaves. But he definitely has a helmet on top of his hood.
Oh yeah, absolutely there. And I think at this point the group has probably actually set up a specialized camp to try to talk about everything and what's going on here.
Oh, absolutely. A little like council between all four of us. It's just like, okay, everyone. Do we think we need to interfere?
I mean, with the way things are going right now, they don't really seem to be posing too much of a threat.
Could you be more specific as to who is or isn't the threat there? Because, yeah, this really escalated quickly.
Well, I mean, yes, for the mushrooms, definitely escalated quickly.
Well, I mean, don't we have some moral obligation to help?
I mean,
Like we shouldn't let
yes.
these people just get killed, right?
No, see, we are simply scientists. This is the natural cycle of things.
But it would be a bit of a problem if they were... Like, what I'm
I-
trying to say is, I think we maybe should do something at the very least.
I think we have a
Because,
need to protect.
I mean, during my time here, I have, granted, probably not the best folk to interact with, but I have made some friends amongst some of the more toxic mushrooms. And they are not like the rest of these mushrooms who want to like get rid of the quote-unquote tall people, as they put it. They just want to be able to find more ways to scavenge, more things to find to add to their own things. And they can't do that if the people are gone. But at the same time, we can't exactly like leave the regular mushrooms to their own devices.
What I'm afraid of here is that this is going to escalate something even further, and there's going to be more consequences here. Like there has to be a way that we can, like, come to an understanding between the mushroom world and the tall folk.
Yeah, by the way, a full-out war is going to end horrible for at least one group. Maybe more than one.
Nicholas is currently like rewatching the footage that he shot. He's just like, this is very good work. This is very good. This is. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. What? What was the worry?
Well, I think worry about. Well, yeah, I'd say probably best way to put it there may be a worry about making sure, that we actually have enough here for a sequel. That's it. Yeah, we can't really do more documentaries if either side's wiped out.
Yes, I think we need to-
Exactly.
I feel like we need to help these groups come to an understanding, because A, we'll want more footage for a sequel, but also B, if we really like leave them to their devices, what's going to stop these what was it, the cordroids or whatever? What's going to
The
stop them?
Cordies.
Yeah, what's going to stop them from doing what they want and trying to possess a living person? That's not going to be good for us.
Listen, Nicholas, you're in the entertainment industry and stuff. A sequel
I am.
we can.
I'm a
With
future award-winning documentarian.
Okay, but think about this: like an award for a a humanitarian-esque kind of award of like being able to diplomatically solve the situations and things. You could become mass famous as this humanitarian documentarist.
Yeah, be the first to forge peace between mushrooms and others.
We save the mushrooms, and you look as a hero, the first person to help bridge the gap.
I am a hero.
You are.
This is like, then what are we waiting for, everyone? We have to help these mushrooms.
And I know just the people who can help.
You got the shroom for the job.
Yes, many.
Yeah, absolutely. Pollux and Caster, what is, like, we flash to us getting down to the greasers. What they're wearing, like, leather jackets because they've been skinning all of the creatures that they find.
That's amazing imagery.
Bone motorcycles. Like, and all of them just like sitting there, like toothpicks in their mouths, like their mushroom caps looking like pompadours. It's just like Nicholas looks over at Pollux and Castor. It's just like, you're dealing with a tough crowd down here.
Yes, but I'm tougher.
He nods nervously.
I feel like in this case, Caster would just walk over and be like, "Fellows, tonight we ride. It is time."
Disco, like mushroom, like appendages, like fly into the sky. Yeah!
Wow!
What's the plan?
What was the plan again? Out of character.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea. We're scaring the humans away. We want to scare them, but not kill them. But we do want to make sure they don't come back here, right?
Yeah, we want to make sure that they like stay in the area, but like leave these mushrooms alone.
Yeah, leave the mushrooms
Yeah.
alone.
I think that's personally the best course of action is to get the peoples to lay off for a little bit until we can figure out the best way to bridge that gap.
So Pollux Cats will look to the group and be like, "The tall folk have begun their attack. Obviously, we don't want them gone because then we lose all of these cool things we find. But we
I
also
love the
cannot.
cool things.
But we also cannot leave them to their own devices. We need to scare them off just for a little bit until we can find a way to bridge the gap, so to speak."
Yeah, because we want to keep taking their things.
Exactly.
I like their stuff.
Stuff. All right, okay. I'm completely on board. Oh, that's definitely positive, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody. All right, so now I'll turn over our last cards. And what are our point totals? I have them all listed out here.
I have a plus 17.
Plus
Minus
18 if I
11.
mathed.
I got a I got plus 10. That's not bad, but minus 11. All right. You got a plus 19.
It's
Plus-
an 18, a 17, a 10, and
Oh, yeah.
a minus 11.
All right. So 18 positive score. You got a mitochondrial masterpiece. Your part of this documentary was filmed beautifully. Like, you are a complete success. When they see you walking down the street, people will whisper, "That's Amon." She's like, "Did you see him in his mushroom work?"
Damn right.
You got a 17. Voila, okay. It is like something about it's like you are a star, although maybe a little bit too shown a little too brightly. Like something, a negative attribute of yours has been caught on the big screen, and it has a draw to some people, but some people are gonna judge you for it. I think this actually really works out because we saw Pollux and Castor be like the bad boys.
They were the bad boys for this.
Some people are like, "Oh my, you can't watch that. I know they're local celebrities, but like you're a bad influence on my kids." Just like,
People like a bad boy.
Like the fucking bad boyfriend.
I like the idea of both of them having like leather jackets and pompadours.
I don't know about the pompadours, but I like the leather jackets.
Everyone has pompadours forever. I got like niche celebrity. Some people like you're not for everybody, but some people really like you. You're a cult hit. It's like, so it's like the people that like Beekman's World instead of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like there's some people some people like Nicholas's version of anthropology, but not everybody. And so, what was that, minus 11? Is that what you got?
Yep.
She's like, most of your footage was lost. It says the great sport cat. Sorry, mushroom for error is what I wrote here. Like, when you go to turn in your film, it is all just covered with black mold. It's just like, you can piece something out of this, but you look a little unprofessional in this moment.
Yeah. There was a mistake there of that one time trying to get the best shot by putting it in the ground rather than just holding it.
All right, everybody. But what is our scene? Like, what is happening here? The tall folk, which are like, we don't even like. Oh no, we know one of them's a lizard. These are probably folks like from originally probably from Dyad, but now that like the corruption's gone, they are like exploring down this far. It's just like out here for fun, and now they're doing a little mushroom picking, and they found like little action figures. Maybe this is from a forgotten culture. They don't know. And the last thing that we saw before we did the card flipping over was the rebel mushrooms, the toxic mushrooms, mounting up their motors. Are we mounting up our little mechs too? Do we think that us four have little mechs too?
That'd be pretty fun.
I feel like we had to. Like, we want to have some of the fun too, right, guys?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
it'd help us blend in.
Yeah, Alex and Castor were pulling a Tony Stark. Building mechs in the camouflage camp with a pile of scraps.
Oh my god, Pollux and Castor were Tony Starking it.
That's where the bad boy rep comes from, I see. Playboy, Pollux, and Castor.
We're learning so much about characters this month. Like, I didn't know Volpa was a welder.
Apparently Pollux and Castor are bad boys.
Pollux and Castor are just like creepy as fuck. They're just like they bring all of these bones, and Pollux and Castor are like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's make something out of this. Alright, so everybody, I guess, describe your little bone mech as we all come flying out from the like toxic underground to go do combat with one frogman and one lizard man that are both not realizing that they're attacking a village. I think Nicholas has a he's got like a it's a fox, not a fox skull. That's morbid.
Did you say as the foxes here?
Yeah, I was like,
They keep
He's got
telling
a
me the
s-
foxes go first.
he's got a skull. He's got a snake skull, but it's like a boa constrictor skull that has basically treads on the bottom, and he is just driving this like a dune buggy. And that's what his thing is. He presses a button and the head goes up in order to like it can bite is what I'm trying to say. That is Nicholas's vehicle right now.
I think the way Nichols works is that, or Officer Trafford's, I should say, there, is that all the bones were hollowed out and in order to make it especially light there. And also, a series of bones on top with mushroom webbing in between there, where with some movement there, it can actually end up flying like a helicopter, heading up there and be able to attack from on high and even bomb from on high, as opposed to being stuck on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do love this like tiny mechs versus kaiju battle.
Oh, I feel like Pollux and Castor's motorcycle. Obviously, it's gotta be like wide enough that it comfortably fits the both of them. But I also feel like that the bones rattle in just a way that it's almost musically inclined.
Love it. It's just like
It's like a
spooky,
xylophone.
scary... Yeah, I was gonna say, is it spooky, scary skeleton xylophone? Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Amon, what does your bone mech look like?
I feel like Amon went, a little more of like a goth force witch-esque aesthetic there going on. Bones and ivy and stuff, just like really creepy, really mystical kind of vibe.
I'm sorry, everybody. I just got the next batch of mushrooms, and they just dropped, and
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't ready for that.
A fresh batch of mushrooms.
I can't wait to see them.
Sorry. Literal tears. Okay, guys. Alright. We definitely succeed, right? Like, all of these cards say that we succeed.
Oh yeah, we definitely succeed.
Alright. So... Are we filming this part of it? Are we filming when we clearly get involved?
I think maybe that Officer Trafford was filming it, but that aforementioned issue with all the black mold and everything else there basically ends up like an occasional clip show, like almost like found footage of this mystery commando unit which stopped the war before it started.
Alright, love that angle.
It's just the perfect shot.
It's like legend of a heroic 5-member team that came in leading the greasers out of the toxers, like out of the underground, and helped push back the two tall folk that were the two invading tall folk. And we are pretending that we are just documentarians outside of it. We had nothing to do with the fight. It's like, no, that wasn't me. It's like, the end of it, the city's starting to get rebuilt, the two people ran away. We've protected this area. It's just the 5 of us, like, at our hidden camp, still have not turned back into people. It's been an amount of time that might be getting close to uncomfortable, everybody.
Hey, so when do we turn back to normal?
I assume soonish. It's like, but don't worry. The manager says that we're gonna have the movie premiere. Oh, we're gonna have the documentary premiere tomorrow. And it's just tomorrow night's gonna be great. Patagon's gonna do his interviews with us. Remember. And he points at each one of us, and then himself. we had nothing to do with that at the end there.
With
we
what?
just
Of course.
outside looking in with scientists.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. There, I have no. Really, that's us. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Your editing is just spectacular, Nickel. That was such good shots.
Yes, yes. It was. It was. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a ticket.
if your intention was to film all of us and get every single one of us on each frame, you would have done a terrible job. It would have been the worst. We would have been talking about how terrible you are as a cameraman for eons. But because you clearly thought ahead and knew that we couldn't be caught up in it, you only managed to catch the vehicles and never a single time get any of our actual faces.
Yeah.
It's just
It's crazy. I wonder who those four heroic people were. Oh gosh.
Right.
We're
That's why I couldn't. That's why it couldn't have been us. It was only 4 people. There's clearly 5 of us here.
exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's just like out of character, we were all starting some unreasonable legends that I'm kind of scared of. It's just like I'm concerned about who these 5 in Mushroom Legend are gonna be. Or 4 in Mushroom Legend are gonna be. Alright, he's just like Nicholas just looks back and forth. It's just like, are you all ready for your interviews tonight? No, it's like, do we all have a story that we're gonna stick to?
That we were just recording and had no part in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We were. Yeah, we were lucky. We were able to get there at. Get there to see all this at a critical time while things were going so interestingly, and honestly, we were lucky to make it out with our lives too, given everything that was happening.
Nice. We are gonna win so many awards. Like Nicholas is like bouncing back and forth. Like I want to be on television so bad.
I think we did a good job, fellas.
All right. Nika's setting some things up, so just so we are set up for the next game. With you 3. What do we think? I personally think we have set up a mushroom village that goes out and raids, like human caravans and stuff, in secret. Like
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
Like they go through the trash, or they will literally just go through their drawers trying to take things.
That's not a trash can. That is a untapped treasure hold.
Exactly, and like we know that they use the wooden stuff, and we know that they have more technologically advanced stuff than I was like. I thought about it when I made that cracked crystal thing, but yeah, you said it. Like if they're trying to make some of them autonomous, then like the idea of collecting both magical and like technological things like clocks or gears or something like that all makes perfect sense. So it is, yeah. So for the Warshroom game, do we have a name in mind for this town, you 3?
Ooh.
And I'll ask you guys here: do we actually want to talk about the moving city that that we mentioned at the beginning? Like, is that a thing that they are interested in as a way of keeping themselves safe. Like, is that is that a thing that they might do in the future, or is this going to be just like the mushroom city?
There could be an early concept of a moving village. I feel like that could be a fun little future project.
Yeah.
And for the city name, how about Chantrell Circle?
Ooh, I like that.
I do dig that. That's a good name.
I'm sorry, me and Nika were just talking like things, and I missed the name that you said. Like I was
Chantrell Circle.
Chantrell Circle. All right, and we're sticking with one bigger city. Like this is where the mushrooms are gonna be. Like,
They could like have a startup, like starting up other colonies. Maybe I don't know. Like they could have like the baseline for the moving city.
Yeah, this place feels like the biggest city, but maybe there's like room for tinier cities out there.
okay. I just Nika just said something that's very interesting to me. All right, so let's go to this map. Let's go to our absolute wonderful map. Where is it? Okay. Now, if we had a city that was a mushroom city, it would obviously. We're here. It starts here, right? Okay, we start right there. Down by the water.
Yep, I see the dot.
Okay. So, and then it would grow out from there, of course. But how do mushrooms grow? Like the city would eventually become like that. If we have a moving city that moves in the circle and then it just grows out into a giant mushroom ring, because like we wouldn't fill the inside of it, we would just have a circle city.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the circle would be around the pond?
Oh, we could do that.
And maybe they have like now like moving city vibe could also be like maybe they have like floating cities on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
floating settlements.
I do love it. It's a fairy ring city.
Yeah.
And like Chanterelle Circle, is that what we're calling it?
Yep.
Okay, so that is. We are playing in this. It's a Chanterelle Circle tonight for the game of Warshrooms. It's like we are a budding city that is. We are going to be doing some raiding on some big folk. That will be tonight's game of Warshroom. Of course, after these interviews between Patagon and the 3 new documentarians, 4, 5, sorry.
I'm sorry, Diddy. I can't let that go without passing.
Sorry, what was that?
You were saying it's a budding city?
It is, in fact, a budding city, yes. Do mushrooms bud? They spore. It's a sporing city. My bad. I failed us all. Hello, Patagon. Hello. Before we start, it's just like I feel like, and it's just like it's gonna sound crazy. I feel like this will really get you into the mood before we watch the documentary. It's like I feel like I've cracked this one, and he hands you a little vial.
Oh, what is this?
It's a special drink that we came up with, like all together. We really put in the effort for you. Little delicious cocktail.
Okay, well, bottoms up then. You throw it back and be like, well, I mean, a little tasty, a little minty, I want to say.
Yeah, we did add it. We had to add a little bit of mint. Check that out, guys. He got it in one. Oop, I disappeared.
Oh no. Well, huh. Do I feel shorter now? What? He'll look down and be like, huh, my feet are gone.
They're not gonna.
Wait.
There we go.
Nico is like, they're not.
Oh, there's the feet. Well, then slippers are gone. Either way.
Little shoes, little dress shoes, little dress shoes feet.
Mushroom Patagon.
It's just like, now I think you're prepared for the interview. It's just like, all right, everybody, remember. Wait, scientists. Oh, so, Patagon, you are interviewing them post the, you've seen the documentary.
All right. Be like,
It's like, who wants to
post-screening.
start? Yeah, post-screening.
well, step right up in whichever order you feel like, and we can go through some comments of the documentary.
I'll go ahead and start.
Well, so it is local celebrity Polygaster. So we saw some pretty interesting footage there. I believe there was a gang that you had been working with. Do you have any comments on how that was? Following them around.
Well, it was an interesting experience, to say the least. It wasn't exactly my initial plan to stick around, but, well, I guess I left an impression on them.
Yes, you're very you had those leadership qualities. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the main goal was to learn as much as we could about these mushrooms, even if that means surrounding yourself with the not so good.
Yeah, they definitely were an interesting bunch. So how was like the communication method? I'm kind of getting used to it here during the interview, but it's a very I don't know how to exactly explain it to everyone watching.
Well, I mean, it is certainly something you get used to after being a mushroom for quite some time.
All right,
It's
well,
definitely it's definitely a strange experience, but again, we've been in this form for quite a bit. But it's something.
It's been weeks. I'm sorry.
You made it sound like it'd been weeks.
This is fair. I did make it sound like it's been weeks.
weeks. Okay, well, we might have to reschedule some of the future episodes, or where I'm gonna have to explain to people this, which will be
Either that,
interesting.
or we figure out. Either that, we have Nicholas figure out a cure for this. He did say it was supposed to be temporary.
You're fine. You're fine.
I do not want to be a mushroom for the rest of my life.
Did you die?
Well, no, but I would like to be my usual self again.
You people, there's something about you in science.
Oh, a science
Well,
suited. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry there that that this is not going, exact way you like, but I would like to be able to run the airship again sooner rather than later.
Exactly.
I miss my tail.
Do you understand how hard it is to work the switchboard when I don't have any hands?
You know, you and your valid arguments are really...
Yes.
Who's next up? Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm also here. I'm actually willing to answer any questions you have for me, Patagon. Please go ahead.
Yes. Nickel, I did believe you had editorial control over the final sequence there. But it was a marvelous, you know, collage of moments, and I guess I want to just maybe focus on what was your artistic vision there.
Well, one things that I really wanted to bring forward there is just, especially in circumstances like that, is ultimately the chaos of war, where even something that's right in front of you, and you see it like 5 feet away, and you can't recognize where it is, what it is, who it is. It's something there that, of course, you could see these people so much and so closely, and yet at the end of it all, when everything is happening and these new things happening there, it's just a fog comes over everything and everyone, and that's something I hope that shows in the final product.
I believe it will, and yeah, it's just such a visceral moment. And so, what would your take on how this is going to maybe play out? Do you have any other thoughts on the conflict in general?
Well, I like to think after spending so much time with them that I have a good idea, but I hope it's something there where it never gets to this level again, that maybe it just comes to like a, at worst, a lesser level, back and forth. There's always tension. Like there's always that sort of thing, but of course, it's you can never guess what the future holds. You just have to prepare for it and make sure that people in the future remember what the past was.
Wise words, and hopefully that will show our audience here and abroad that the mushrooms are sentient, and they deserve respect for their lands as well, and that hopefully will bring about some much needed change here in the.
So next up is Amon. Oh my god, you fucking killed it. That was great, you two. Nika just like saying that's a wide stance, my guy, about art she drew.
So good. Well, Amon, I hear that you had an exciting time there. Is there any specific comments that you want to leave us with? And
I I found their technological advancements very fascinating. I'm not a very technical person, but they seemed simple but rather complex for their simplicity, which really fascinated me.
yeah, it's the ability for them to create these complex mechs, with just what we consider garbage. It's say that's a technological marvel, and yeah, and you were definitely able to help them unlock some potentials.
Well, I mean, you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's another mushrooms treasure?
Very, very apt. So, is there any comments you have on the wider conflict as well? After being so close to them for so long.
My my hope for them is that they'll come to an understanding so much. I can't say for sure how that would go, but I'd really like to see an era of peace evolve around them. But it's not for me to decide or to say, or any of us. They have to come to that their understandings themselves. But I believe that their society could coincide with ours.
Very true, very true. Yeah, I mean, there are some that have been making some comments that it's very parallel to what we saw in Dendroid. So that it's an interesting thought that we'll have to monitor as things progress.
Thank you so much. I think we. Well, I think we're close to being ready for the switchover. We're gonna have a tiny little interlude so that I can go to the bathroom, grab myself a drink. We're gonna play the intro again. Thank you three. There's four of us. Like I just thanked myself. So much for doing this. I thought this was four, because your Patagon's there. I thought this would be a really fun way to use the Cultural Fiasco.
Yeah.
I hope
This is a lot of fun.
I'm very glad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I enjoy Fiasco a lot. This is really fun.
It's just like you guys did an amazing job. If Patagon, you don't have to worry about interviewing these ones because just I guess if you want to at the end you can, but like it's fair if we don't. You've done great. Thank you so much. I have loved all of these interviews that you've done. I thought they were all amazing. So thank you so much for doing them.
All right, yeah, no problem. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm happy everyone's enjoyed learning some stuff about all the different people of the Echoes.
You guys have all done great. Thank you so much. Like I said, we're going to do a little intermission, and I have to go to the bathroom.
ready to show some chaos.
Hold on, I gotta get these cards out of my hand because they're driving me crazy.
I think get voice mod so much.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Are we all ready to see?
Yep.
I guess episode 14, maybe. I don't know. It's still 13.
I think 13 still.
All right. So this is weeks, months after the documentary has already been out. We as Mushrooms are not watching the documentary. I need to make that clear. We don't know that that's going on, but we do have a culture of raiding traveling wagons to steal their stuff. We are the reason that people don't leave the path, because those two people that did leave the path and then they got jumped by a bunch of mushrooms have mentioned that this forest is haunted by us. Like, they think it's haunted, but it is. We know that it's haunted by us. You four are part of an elite gang. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce Warshroom real quick. Warshroom is a hack of Beam Saber. It is very similar to Beam Saber in the fact that you have abilities and your mechs have abilities, but we're not worrying about the downtime, like the stress relief. The major factor for you all, the mechanic to relieve your stress is I had to wait till I knew what kind of mushroom village we are. You are a reclaimer village. You will recover stress by collecting something that will be useful for the colony, for the circle. So if you have stress, you have to steal something useful, a fork, a bone. You will roll a 6-sider and you'll remove that much stress. That's it. And let's get into introducing the wonderful gang of reclaimers. Look at them. Caram, or Prophecy, introduce your mushroom, please.
Give me a moment, actually. Sorry. I forgot what my name was. Go next, real quick.
Alright, Kawari, who is your mushroom?
I am Spooky Shroom, and I will control you all.
Alright, Shy, introduce your mushroom.
I am Precise Shroom. I am an expert hunter.
It's a little poof. And not forgiven, please introduce your mushroom.
I am Sturdy Shroom, here to bring down the talls.
Yep. Absolutely hilarious with the voice. And Caram, did you?
I am Pigment Shroom. Here to continue our history.
Alright, everybody. Here we are. In what will become the circle. But right now, it's been weeks since the tall folk invaded our land. And we pushed them back with the help of those 4 legendary warriors. 5. The mushrooms remember that they were 5. They remember Pollux and Castor as separate individuals. with the help of our mighty heroes and the begrudging aid of the toxic mushrooms, despite the fact that we don't love them sometimes. We previously judged them too harshly. But, shit, we did not name, so that old man mushroom with the really long beard that is like spored to the ground, that's him up here. And he's just, Reclaimers, I have news, to me. Oh wait, no, he had like a bubbly voice, like, hello. Is this working? He spores out louder. He's just like, Reclaimers to me!
Yes, I'm coming.
What is it that you require of sturdy shroom?
Cool. Sturdy. I gotta make sure Sturdy's in the back because he's bigger than everybody.
Are the two smaller ones just riding on top of him?
You guys just look like straight up Pokemon to me. Like, this is killing me. He's like, oh, Sturdy. Phew. Wow, you guys grow. We have a tall folk wagon caravan coming through. It's like, the scouting reports say that it'll have many choice items. The toxics have traveled out on their bikes. They have done some scouting for it. Now, we request you hit this. We are looking for some specific items, if you don't mind. The colony needs. We need some fresh fertilizer. And we need more metal. As much metal as you can carry. And there's a bonus reward in it. If you bring back any, and they show you a diagram, for us, it is a faceted gem. Like it is a cut gem. There will be around our bend. Let me just move this here real quick. They're going to be down here in in 24 hours or in a day's time. If you can make it down there, scout it out. You can set up traps however you want to. However it is you rob wagons, who am I to tell you to do your job? You know how to do your job. Rob the wagon. Well, reclaim the items that are naturally ours. Try not to get seen. Don't lure anybody back to the circle.
Of course, can do.
I love you guys. If you like, this is the part. So this is set up for it. You guys set up for a quest, like get all your things in order, and then we will make like rolls to see how far along into it you are. Your mission: find some fertilizer, find some metal, and if you want a bonus prize, find at least one faceted gem. you all can like walk around town and like upgrade your stuff if you want to. Like, or you could just go out and scout the road. How would you prepare to rob a wagon? And also, by all means, describe what your mechs are gonna look like.
Sturdy Shroom shall go and check up on the Barrel Brawler. His mech that is entirely made out of a repurposed barrel, equipped with many weapons, the most signature of which is a boxing glove attached to a very high-powered spring to bring down those talls.
So, how big do we think Sturdy Shroom is? Like, is he's still quite small in the mech, which is just the size of a normal barrel. Right?
Yeah. I'm thinking inside of the barrel, it's just like a couple of pathways and like stairs and stuff that he has to maneuver around to get to different positions to fulfill different functions of the mech.
Absolutely.
And it has a lot of cargo space, just in case.
Okay. Now, I definitely see the purpose of Sturdy Shroom, like, being a barrel now, because you can just load up a barrel. That's what they're designed for. No wonder you're a reclaimer. Sorry, I had the wrong thoughts about this. I was like, I don't know why it'd be a barrel, but now, that's perfect.
Sturdy Shroom finds use in all things.
Sturdy Shroom is kind of a local hero. Look at him. It's like, oh no, it's the Reclaimers. Does this party have a name? Or are you just the Reclaimers?
I mean, I'm fine with being the Reclaimers unless somebody else has a better idea.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I think Reclaimers just end up being quads more than anything else. It's just you're known as a Reclaimer, but inside the Reclaimers as a group, that's where people might get names like Delta and things like that.
So we go out and we could be the Fungal Vanguard.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's my one thought.
So while the town would know us as Reclaimers, all the Reclaimers would know us as the Fungal Vanguard.
Yeah, that's our squad name.
Squad.
Imagining just a big burly voice, just in a whisper.
Squad.
It's really breathy when you think about it that way.
So small bit of supplies and then we'll head out.
What is your mech / vehicle / what do you got for us?
I think Pigment Shroom's mech is actually one of the something that was reclaimed. It's like a big model car that has been reinforced with mushroom, like the mushroom stalks.
Okay, you found an actual toy car or model car and then made that work.
Yeah, it's not like a small model car because I did pick a heavy tank. It's the decent sized one.
No, absolutely. Yeah, all right. Okay. Basically like an RC card size.
Yes.
All right, I got it. Absolutely.
Actually, yeah, it probably was an RC car.
Okay. I am 1,000% down for this. Did it wash up from the Neverglades? So is it like that kind of style, or did it come down off the waterfall and wash up from like the Silver Thimble area?
I
Like,
think
what I'm asking, is it blueberries or squirrels?
I think it's squirrels. It definitely explains why it has a big fuck off cannon. This was the quote unquote, well, little mechs for the kids. Just little toys for them to mess with.
Oh my god.
No, honestly, it makes more sense if it's this one. Here you go.
Is that TVDs?
Yeah, this one's like, yeah.
Nice.
It all comes full circle.
You just have to like stick your head out the window the whole time, like.
They had to remove the top.
Yeah, Pigment
Ew.
Shroom looks like a commander in it.
Imagine him driving at top speed with a convertible, like, and just ink slapping the people, like, behind you.
Oh god.
Yeah, like dog drool, like a Saint Bernard, just with ink. Okay, how about you two?
I think Spooky Shroom's mech is just pretty much a swarm of beetles with cordyceps mushrooms coming out of them, but he gives it his own personal low touch, like taking jewelry he finds and turns it into little armor for them. And some of them he ties like needles and such coated with toxins on it, meant for knocking things out.
Fucking love a creepy shroom.
Terrifying.
I like the creepy shrooms are like, they are the drone class. They have an ability called like One of Us. They are supposed to be creepy. How about you? Precise shroom? That's what you were?
Yeah.
Nice.
I believe what I decided for hers was it's basically just one of like the local mouse type critters of Tirloa that she just befriended and now rides into battle. Just like a little, maybe like white furred little mouse type thing.
I do have a white one. Thank you for like stating the difference.
I took a guess. I'm glad I was right.
These things normally live on the back of what we call munches. They are herbivores. We've seen that. Okay. But they... Do we know anything else about them?
I think we learned that they communicate with like the others very efficiently, like if there's a big group of them. it's like it took seconds from one getting food to like alerting all the others that, hey, there's food here.
That's right. That's right. They communicated by sporing. Because, like, we got a lot of, like, Vulpa mushroom stuff in that game, too. So, yeah, you can communicate with these because, like, the hunter class, the hunter shroom class, knows how to do that. Or the type of mushroom that you are, which is an Earth Star mushroom, can communicate with animals in Tirloa. RC car, barrel, sporing mushroom, and a bunch of well-dressed beetles. I love it. I love, like, just, sorry guys, I'm canceling next season. We're just all mushrooms all the time. This is like, I hate to break it to you, but I can't stand how cute this is. Alright, everybody. How do we prepare? Is it scouting the road? Is it asking people around if they know about it? Because the other scouts have gone out and come back. So if you want to spend some time in the village, asking the toxic scouts about things, that's a way to get information. Or we can just, like, scout. Or we can just, like, attack them right now. Whatever you want to do.
If you guys are down for it, my idea was to get a bit of material and then essentially make a mine on the road when the wheels go over it.
Dirty Shroom approves of ambushing the cart.
Like setting a trap for them and then
Breaking the wheels so that you need to repair it. And then while they figure out how to deal with it, going in and taking what's ours.
We break their wheels and then we break their knees.
yeah.
Dirty Shroom approves.
This plan is acceptable.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
I honked right there. Jesus, guys.
I have backups. Either way, the tall shall fall, and we shall claim our prize.
I love this. Alright. So, is there a place that we know that has some scraps in the area? Like basically, is there a junkyard that we know about where there's materials, or is there a place that is rumored to have some materials that you can use?
If you said that this has been months after the documentary, they probably just have a junkyard full. Well, to them it's not a junkyard, but I think that they already have a collection of stuff for these kinds of missions.
I imagine that whenever we bring stuff back that we don't immediately have a use for, we just put it in a pile. It's our stuff pile. We like stuff.
At the top of it is a claw to mark the day that the heroes had originally came to town.
Yeah, absolutely. Just give 1 second. Nah, nothing's good. I was like, gonna move us over here and just, I'm trying to put like a bunch of scrap on the ground. What kind of items do we have here? We probably have some bottles. We probably have some, like, some knives and silverware. What are we looking for in particular? And do you have a role that you think you can make for it? This is Warshrooms is very Beam Saber, which is it's a Forged in the Dark system. They each have abilities. They will roll as many d6 equal to the number that they have in said ability, and then they are looking for 6s. That's what we always just want, 6s.
I guess here's my question. What kind of wheels have we been known to deal with? Is it mainly just wooden?
Okay, that's a fun question. Does anybody have sorry, I have forgot what I named it because I just had to play Beam
Study.
Saber. Blades in the Dark.
I have to study.
Study, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a study. Add a +1 for it though. So 3d6.
Roll 3d6 plus 1. I forgot to turn on 3D dice. I am sorry.
Oh no! Oh yeah, please do. But you got a 5. A 5 is a success at a cost.
It didn't add in the plus 1 because it added them together.
Oh yeah. Roll me one more die then.
Oh, I thought the plus 1 was adding to the 5.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so you have dealt with. You tell me. These. Where are these people from? Like, this wagon is coming through. Our scouts have made the report. Like, in the kind of people that are traveling tier lower, can be anybody. And now people come here to visit the inns, to like travel the path. Now that it's not a dangerous thing, now that the corruption's gone, people are coming back to tier lower on adventures. The Adventurers Guild has sent people down here. People have visited from the Neverglades, from everywhere. Where has this one been reported from?
I don't have any specific ideas. You three got anything?
Sturdy Shroom has noticed an uptick in tourists walking the path, claiming that it is safe and fun thing to do.
Okay. So, I have a really fun idea. If you guys think this is cool, tour guided, very Disney World style path. Like they are like taking it like Jurassic Park-esque. Yeah, like a safari. And it is advertised as safe, but they hire some of the most elite Adventurers Guild members to guard them because it is still very dangerous. So like leaping lemurs can be seen out there and stuff, but they all pretend that it's perfectly safe. They're like, oh no, it's just like, they got kind of close that time. Not really, you're all safe. But there's just a leaping lemur out there that almost lost his arm.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm down for that. And if it's meant for tourism, they definitely would be focusing on making, while somewhat authentic, they would also be trying to make sure that people aren't complaining about things. So I think that it's something, probably they've taken a bit of technology in order to make the ride more comfortable and have air inflated tires.
Okay, absolutely. Wait, yeah, they can, alright, absolutely. So, like, cars? Are we driving cars?
I wouldn't say cars. I think it's still
Okay.
not
it looks
engines.
like a wagon. It looks like a wagon, but it's...
Yeah, it's still being pulled and things like that, but it uses air-filled wheels to not make it so bumpy.
I gotcha. But they look like they're wooden, because they look the part.
Yes. So, honestly, just sharp objects have been our go-to, I think. I don't think we even need to be specific with it. We just a little extra oomph to make sure that the tire goes down in our area.
You guys have just been mugging tourists, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Tourists and the times that the adventurers lower their guard a little too much.
All part of the experience.
That's how the company keeps selling it. They're just like, yeah, it's like we were robbed. It's just like, were you though, or was it all just part of the experience?
And I think the Adventurers Guild kind of gives us a pass because they know we don't go for kills. So it makes an even better experience for them.
So, okay, wait, this is the Mafia.
The Mushroom Mafia.
You just invented the mob.
We're still
So-
stealing. The mushrooms don't know that they're a part of a show at this point. They think they're getting away with it.
The lemurs all see you coming and they all look the other way and pretend you're not there. But what you have to do is just deal with the tourists.
Yes. Because the lemurs know at worst, the tourists are going to come away a little sick, a little banged up.
Oh my god.
It's like a play that you don't know you're in. The lemurs are like, it's part of the experience. Getting robbed by the mushrooms is part of the experience.
We just haven't caught on yet that it's exactly the same spot and like the same style every time.
Oh
And we're
my
just
god, it's the same
so
spot.
efficient.
Yeah, we just think we're the best.
It's on rails.
I think the reason we haven't caught on is because they specifically know the areas that we do it in. So it's like, all right, the robbery will happen here or here. And they know the two spots on the path to bring people for it. Jesus.
It's just like you guys poking your heads over the bushes, thinking that you're like hiding, but it's just four really weird mushrooms poking their head out, like clearly staring.
I don't think it's quite
The
that.
shroom is not quiet at all.
I think the tourists don't notice it in the slightest, but every time they're bringing it through here, and they've clocked our group because they see the fucking barrel. Every time.
It's just like, yeah, it's the same way that like some safari people talk about like a specific lion. It's just like, oh, it's sturdy. Hey, see the barrel? He's coming. It's like, it's get the patch kits, guys. He's gonna punch a hole in the side. Just don't look at him. Don't make eye contact. It doesn't matter anyway. Just nothing up there. Just blank. Just poof. Nothing there.
Oh my god.
Guys. Alright. We're taking this path.
Oh my god.
We're taking the curve. Alright, hold on. Wait, 1 second. Alright, guys. We're taking the curve. It's just like, get ready for it. It's just like, I saw Pig. I'm pretty sure I see Pigman's little car out there, guys. I'm pretty sure I see Pigman's little car. They probably set some mines. Like, look out for them. It's probably something this sharp. Like, it's gonna be very obvious, everybody. But don't worry. Lean into it. Like, it's gonna blow out one of the tires. We got the spare in the back? Okay. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? In positions? Okay.
Meanwhile, on the mushroom side, we are perfectly concealed.
Jesus, like 1,000%. Like, you guys are in the bushes, like. Alright, hold on. Let me put some tokens here. Like, walk me through the raid. Oh, okay. Sorry. I think. Is this a daring plan? Yes. So I were automatically at 2d6. Like, do your victims see you coming? Yes and no?
Yes.
I think, again, like I said, the adventurers fully aware of us, just turning a blind eye. Tourists,
It's like they see us, but no, they don't. They don't see anything. What are you talking about?
Like, this adventures group today is the Unbearables. They are, you know, just a group of bears. They're pretty cool. Like, they take the side of, like, Tomb Squad and the whole throw moving forward with the Adventurers Guild and, like, being stuck in their ways. The Unbearables have been pretty cool. They see you coming. I think you guys' names are actually just what they call you, because they don't know your names in Mushroom. Like that one's so sturdy. So you gotta look out for that one. The one riding the what is it? Is it a rat? Daring plan, you exploit their weakness with their tires and the fact that they always come this direction. I'm gonna say you guys get 4d6 easy for this, so you guys can each roll 1d6 to see how the mission starts.
All right.
all right.
All right.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Let's talk about the fucking was it Spooky Shroom?
Yep.
Let's talk about how Spooky Shroom is the one that pulled it out of it. the hat on my face. The hat on my face.
It's how they wear it, right?
This is how we wear hats? Yeah, okay.
No, I meant the tall people. That's how they wear it, right?
Totally. Exactly how they do it.
Just like a picture book of like someone that has that nightgown that's over their face as they're asleep. You know, like in the cartoons.
Yeah, right, in the cartoons, so it's just like, okay. Okay. Spooky Shroom, you have found 2 of the 3 things that we are looking for. Like, in these wagons, we know where 2 things are. Which 2 and where are they? And they can be in the same location. Or what are we looking for?
See, we're looking for metal, crystal, and what was it? The other thing?
Fresh fertilizer.
Okay. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. What pulls the carriages? Oh wait, oxen. Never mind. We know that.
I mean, it also could be something from folk song. If they're running this.
Folk song.
Is the lead carriage pulled by a unicorn? That extra little bit of showing?
Oh, like in my head, I'm just like, are unicorns from folk song or virtuoso?
Yeah, what would Folksong bring to show off, you know?
Unicorns are solid. No, they put a mushroom on a mushroom.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I think I have a condition.
So I think the fertilizer's in this back cart. I think they basically put a bathroom in that cart for the tourists.
Oh, okay. Gross.
Terrible.
I thought you were gonna say we're after the unicorn poop, but you were like tourist poop.
And I think there's just metal in the middle cart.
He is the spooky shroom, right?
That's yeah, absolutely right.
Spooky's room found it, not one of us.
Okay, so, and sorry, I was so stuck on the fertilizer one. What else was where?
The metal was in the middle cart.
All right, absolutely. What kind of metal? Like, is this like a tourist like kitchen?
Yeah, let's
Like
go
their
with that,
little
yeah.
apartment?
Yeah.
Little kitchen for them to prepare the food for the tourists.
Absolutely, okay. So, we know where the metal is, we know where the fertilizer is, which I love. Alright. What's the plan of attack? Who goes where? Have we scouted out these wagons? Or do we know if there's anybody inside the wagons?
Well, with our rolls, I don't think we did any scouting, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I think we're just doing it live.
I think we rely on the others for scouting. And we jumped the gun a little today and forgot to ask them.
Look, it's fine. We are awesome. We're gonna do great. We don't need to ask the scouts anything.
They told
One
us
of the
they're coming.
Or the bear's just elbowing the one next to him. Is just like, check it out, guys. They're running right for the outhouse. It's just like, oh shit. Is it Mrs. Carey over there? It's just like, yeah.
Watch as it's so scary.
All right, everybody, let's rob an in-use outhouse.
Oh, good lord.
Spooky shroom always demands the freshest fertilizer. I do not approve.
Just the worst. So you all approach the outhouse. It's a standard shape. You've hit this one a dozen times. Don't worry, it's like clockwork. It's real regular. They time it out. It's like, you should be right on schedule. It'll be empty right now. Except for you guys are you forgot about daylight savings time.
Ah, that would do it.
So wait, I think it is definitely. I've changed my mind. It's Princess Carrie is in there. What's a good? She is one of the folks from Mouse Home, that island where like of all the small people. She's just a little rabbit in there. She also, I'm sorry, is terrified of mushrooms, and she came on this tour to have like immersion therapy.
Oh no.
The tall one, fire!
I don't think so. I know, because we do want her to be big. I'm sorry, we need her to be big. So she's not a princess. She's just Mrs. Carey. Because I don't want to make another kingdom right now. So Mrs. Carey is terrified. She is trying to get immersion therapy. She is about the size of Leo. If Leo was from this world, she would be the same race as Leo. How do you all rob the outhouse? What? I need you to walk me through the tools of the trade here. And are we filling the barrel?
We have to.
I'm
I'm not happy about it.
Come on, big guy, it's for the mission.
But I am a mushroom, and I think I enjoy that, or something.
Listening to
worry,
you say the same thing Nika just said.
I think
Don't worry, I
Pigment,
think
I was gonna say, I think to start off, Pigment Shrimp just drives in and is pointing the cannon at her.
Just fucking. You point the cannon at her.
Mm-hmm.
She just like, look, yeah, okay, roll me. Fuck. What roll do we think this is?
For what we have, would Hunt just work?
Hunt would okay. So with Hunt, if you want that to work as an intimidation thing, you are gonna have to actually pull the trigger of the cannon and like fire next to her head.
All right, bet.
All right, yeah, fucking.
I'm
send
real
it.
good at Hunt. Can I help with that?
Absolutely. Like, where is he aiming? How are you helping him? Like, how are you marking the target for him?
Ooh, like, I think Precise Shrew was just gonna ride in behind him and be the first one to fire an arrow, just like as a like that just embeds itself in the wall as like an aim for that point. Like, that's not the intimidation. That's just like setting the target.
Yeah, for sure. And like, it makes her look up from the toilet, which is terrible. Thank you guys for robbing her on the toilet. And she's like, "Oh, what was that?" And then fucking Pigment fires. Yeah, give me what's that? 3d6 again?
All right.
Oh,
That's a
okay. All right. That's a. Oh no, that is a 6. I see a 1, 2, and a 4, but you got a 6.
Yeah.
I just imagine she hears the just thump from the cannon, turns, sees the mushroom, sees the thing go past her, and actually sees it leave a actual sizable dent in the wall. Followed by just spores just coming off of Pigment Tube as he tries to say, "Surrender!"
She just screams with her, like throws her hands in the air, and add an extra amount and freshness of fertilizer to this game. And she like throws her hands up, and what is the next step? How do we, because the carriage is still moving. Like this is a in route robbery. Oh man, we're finally getting to do the train robbery of my dreams.
The train robbery of your. And we're going for the wrong kind of gold. Going for the wrong kind of gold
Terrible.
in here.
This is when I decided to create a game that was somewhat Smurfs mixed with Beam Saber. I thought we're gonna steal some shit.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Her hands are up. She is not gonna try to do anything. Like here, like you have full control of the scenario. The bears are looking over and just like it's just like scared the shit out of her.
They're terrified as normal. Collect what we're here for.
Alright, so sturdish room in barrel walks up towards the depository and like turns around and almost like a butt flap on the barrel opens up, but it's like inverted so it'll like function as like a scoop and like load the lower like half of the barrel with shit, and all we gotta do is like punch a hole into the side of the outhouse to make it so it starts to flow.
The butt flap is too good. I couldn't handle it. Alright. Hunter Shroom. Precision Shroom and Pigment Shroom. 1-2 combo. Like, suppress the threat. Then you... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This woman is not overcoming her fear of mushrooms today. Let me tell you, she just is getting a new fear. She has like a deserved fear. As we have like a sturdy shroom backing it up to this. How Spooky Shroom, what is your part in this mission? Like, it feels almost like it's mechanical at this point.
You know how things are going? I'm not sure I have a part of this section at this point.
No, you just alright.
Like, you gotta make the hole.
I was there for a backup plan, but the need for it did not happen.
I was gonna say he's the backup plan in case they don't surrender.
Oh yeah, we don't have the hole. Well, I misinterpreted. I thought Sturdy Shroom was gonna punch the hole.
Well, I'm facing the wrong way.
That's fair. You are backing it up.
Sturdy Shroom is in position for collection.
Oh, okay. If that's what needs to happen, then well, she's not restrained, so I think one of the beetles is gonna fly up to her and poke a needle, try to poke a needle in her neck and use one of us. Because she's going to do the loading.
Oh my god.
Yeah, roll it, man. Just like What I command? Yeah.
It was one die per point.
Yeah.
Was it?
And add
Okay.
and roll one more. Because pigment imprecise. Yep, there's a 6. And it's just like the two bears are just like, oh, look at that. The spooky one got her. She is gonna wake up with a hell of a headache. She's like, don't worry, they never actually do anything bad. We'll watch her. If they go too far, we'll bring her back.
We have validated this person's every fear.
All right, how does she unload the outhouse? Like, she just like opens it like there's like a plunger situation, not plunger, like a RV, like a Winnebago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just basically taking the tank off and dumping it into the barrel.
Yep, solid, and some liquid.
Hate it.
Yeah, your shithouse heist was a complete success, everyone. You know what? With a 6, you look down. She's wearing some jewelry.
Ooh, oh, okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. And there we go.
So yeah, I'll say you find 4 like 4 rings. There's like a diamond ring. Like, we'll just figure them out later. It doesn't matter particularly, but like you definitely have robbed this woman, this wealthy tourist from Folksong that believes she was on this trip to get over her fear of mushrooms because, you know. But you all are the worst. All right. So, barrel full of fertilizer. And now, also the gems. We're going
And now
to the middle cart. Sorry, go ahead.
And now that Burley Shroom is fully loaded. Well, not fully loaded, but it has some more weight to him. I think it's his turn to lead the charge. After all, someone's probably in there getting a snack, right?
I mean, I don't think I could keep piloting the rabbit.
Yes, absolutely. There's somebody in there grabbing a snack. There would never not be. There has to be.
Look, this is all going perfectly according to plan.
And one of the bears, like, elbows the other one. It's just like, who is in there? They're just going after a snack. You know who it is? It's Chester.
Oh no!
Oh no! Chester probably knows exactly what we're up to.
Oh, Chester is leaning all the way in. Just so you all know that when you get in there, he is going to act his part over the top.
Excellent.
He's like, really, he's like, oh, look how good you're doing. That, it's 1,000% that vibe. Prepare for those scenes. All right, everybody. There it is, the food wagon. All the utensils, all the metal, with all that cutlery. This is it. The big one. You can all retire on this score.
Dirty Shroom will make the door so that we all may collect our score. I run up the stairs a little bit, and think of it as like a fire escape, where I have to climb up a floor and then drop down a floor to hit the lever for the giant punching bag. I do that.
I just cannot get over the idea of a barrel full of shit running at a house. And running at a wagon. Yeah.
That puppy's full.
I lost your character sheets. Damn it.
I would imagine this is a skirmish.
Yeah, this is definitely a skirmish on it. Or yeah.
Of which I have 3.
Yeah, and add like with that weight, you have 4.
Okay.
Oof, and you still like okay. At a cost. You go running through the door. Now, you can either lose half of your fertilizer. It's just gonna spill all over the place. Or when you break through, you're gonna take 6 stress minus. I'll let you roll 1d6. It's just gonna be yeah.
And how much stress do we start with?
You start with 0. Like you haven't been hurt. Like if you hit 10 stress, you were removed from the game.
Okay. Can I alter or offer an alternative?
Absolutely.
Where this is the first time Sturdy Shroom has used the this feature after having implemented the upgrades from Pollux and Caster. And so it is so powerful that the spring that's supposed to hold the punching glove just breaks, and the punching glove just keeps going.
Absolutely. It just keeps like, so you can't use it again, but
Yeah.
it just goes all the way through this wagon.
Yeah, it goes and just series of holes throughout the wagon of whatever was in the way, and it's just like, oh, Sturdy Shroom did not calibrate the punching glove correctly this time.
Meanwhile, Precise Shroom just looking at it like it's intentional, like, that's so cool, now how do you get it back?
Miss Carrie just like shakes her head. She's like, "What?" Just pow, and then she gets punched right in the face with that glove. The last thing she sees is just like the mushrooms and gets knocked clean unconscious.
The Sturdy Shroom staring out from the barrel. Just staring into those eyes.
Just that happy fucking face. No thoughts.
It's so good.
And Chester's just like, oh gosh. They made it into my wagon. What will I do? It's like, I hope they don't steal my valuables. And then like opening drawers.
This one is already afraid. We don't need to push this one further. They know their place. Question.
Yeah, go for it.
Does Chester have any paper on him?
He does. He absolutely does. He has a scroll, tightly wound up. It's in his back pocket, folded over like a, like it might be a schedule.
Yes, papers. You might be able to find out more about them. Can someone knock it out?
What's the plan to rob Chester? You all not knowing he's gonna go along with it. But as players, knowing that he's gonna go along with it.
I think I have an idea. I think seeing that Chester is acting scared, Spooky Shroom's gonna have the Beatles flying formation, basically make an arrow pointing at Chester, then point to the stuff in the drawers, and then point to the barrel.
He raises his hands. We're mugging Chester. Okay. He's in on it, but to be clear, we're mugging Chester. All right.
These mushrooms are menaces.
The tall one stole from us long ago. Now it is our turn to steal from them.
You're legitimately mugging them. They think you're adorable.
They accidentally stole from us.
I feel like the art really influenced the direction we were going with this one.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So Chester just starts like grabbing up the silver and like the utensils, the metal stuff, throwing it in there, and he's just like over and over. Roll to see if there's anything extra in here that you guys can get out of it. And then like each one of you make a roll with whichever ability you think would help you get something extra. All you have to do is just describe how it gives you extra.
I think it'll depend on whether or not I can get to that paper or not.
I think you would definitely make your way to it. You could get your hands on that for sure.
Alright. Study in photographic memory. It's analyzing a text. And a map.
Absolutely. Give me that study roll, please. And add an additional die for it.
So it goes up. I start at 2. Photographic memory makes it 3. So 4.
Yes, please. Alright. 5's good. Like, 5 is a success at a cost. I think it's like, as it's like laid out, how do you get it out of his pocket? Like, he's going to try to make it work, but like, comically, something goes a little bit wrong for you.
Oh, I can perfectly think of this.
Absolutely.
Cannon right into it. And now there is a hole in the middle of the scroll.
I got it. Yeah, absolutely. And like, it hits Chester, and he just yelps so loud. Like, for a second, he's like, "You fucking!" It's like, "I'll fucking crush you!" And then he like catches himself. He's like, "Whew, oh, ow, ow, so good, ow!" And he drops the paper on the floor.
We got him!
Pieces of shit, fucking. Ah!
Just see the car just drive over, and as Pigment Stream starts reading the paper.
This is the schedule for every single one. Like, you guys were right the whole time. Now you know exactly when these caravans are gonna hit. You can be even more prepared. Like, you will get twice as much stuff in every raid going forward. Or twice as much prep time. So, when we play Warshroom again, not even if, when we play Warshroom again, you will automatically have an additional die whenever you're robbing a caravan.
Alright, I've done my bit. Here you go. Go ahead, you guys.
Think I know what I can do to potentially get a little more out of this.
Yeah, go for it.
Precise Shroom's gonna have her little mouse companion here take her up onto the counter there, so she can, like, use survey from above to look into the drawers and see if there's anything else we might want to grab while it's open.
Yeah, absolutely. How much survey do you have?
I have one in that.
So I would definitely say roll 2.
Okay.
What extras in the drawers? Like, what is an extra thing that Chester didn't want you to find? Like, he was opening other drawers, so he's just like, okay, look, steal this stuff. It's just like, don't steal this stuff. Oh no, my most prized stuff. And like, he put like his personal stuff in another drawer, but you just found it.
Ooh, I like Flynn's idea in chat. His supply of lip balm. Grab one of those and go.
With just like all the mushrooms with just plump lips going forward. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh, no, it's like, oh, they got cat balm.
Just poking out of the drawer like, look what I got.
Just as, like, as you go after it, he's trying to close that drawer. But like your mouse is just like scurrying their paws and opening it back. He's like, God, no. Oh no, they got my lip balm. That wasn't expensive at all. It's like, this is, you guys got me. Oh no. It's like, but that's like, it looks like they got everything. And he opens the door. So like, not only does it have a hole, but he's opening it. He's just like, you guys got everything. You better try to get away. It's just, oh no.
Sturdy Shroom would like to look for a snack for the road.
Is this a survey?
Yeah, probably. I have one.
Yep. I would say 2 though. I would give you 2. Absolutely, because chess is. Oh, I've got a really fun idea based on how you roll. So, successful. Chester has also had one hand behind his back this entire time. Because he was in here making a snack, and he's just got like a really nice looking sandwich. Would it be a sandwich? What would Chester eat?
Is it like a granola bar or something?
There was a lot, like, the llama that Chester's named after had a favorite food, and I can't remember what it was. I might have been carrots, but it's the Monte Cristo. It's just like a very elaborate sandwich. Like, it took, like, he makes all of it, like, from scratch. Like, he makes a nice bechamel, like, the whole situation. He poaches an egg. Like, it takes him forever, but you guys usually come an hour from now. But you all are bad about daylight savings time. So you are actually robbing his lunch right now. The stress is going to be you're gonna have to struggle this out of his hand. He is going to eventually give it up, but he is going to keep trying to, like, turn his body, pretending that, like, you were playing tug of war with him.
All right.
So, give me 2d6. You're going to take 6 stress minus what the highest roll you have here.
Is this physical stress or not?
This would be physical stress, yes.
Okay. I did take bark skin, which gives me +1 to resistance.
Yep, so
if it's physical.
Then, and take the highest. Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
So you take no stress. So you basically effortlessly pull this out of his hand.
Sturdy Shroom wanders to the top of his barrel through the intricate staircases, stares Chester in the eyes, and just grabs on to the sandwich.
Just that big smile on his face the whole time.
Just like, God damn it. Oh no. Such a great villain. You got me. In my lunch. It wasn't the last egg.
Sturdy Shroom stares Chester straight in the eyes, takes one big bite before disappearing back into the barrel brawler.
I swear, like, just like this tour thing is just. Sometimes I worry. By the golden gecko, I worry that it's maybe. What if they're wrong? What if money isn't everything? Because sometimes I don't think this is worth it.
Speaking of gold, I think Spooky Shroom has flown some of his beetles up to Chester's face. 2 of them threatening to stab the lips, while the others point to the crown, that the gold head thing that he's wearing.
Oh my
He points
god.
to the barrel, commanding him to put the gold in the barrel.
He's just like, okay. Puts his hands up. Can you roll me a command? And definitely take an additional. That's 2 6s. That's 2 6s and a 5, so he's just like, okay. He raises his hand and you guys see him, like, he has his wallet in his hands and he opens like a sheet of paper and he, like, flips it out, as he's surrendering. He's like reading, and it's a contract, like it's a Bureaumancer contract, and it just, like, it says, by order of the Wildfly Foundation, like, based on the success of the documentary that was released, these are a protected species, and he cannot in any way retaliate against the mushrooms. And he's just like even, like, if you are here of your own will, like, you have no control, you cannot fight back. Like, So like you have to give up everything. And he's just like, oh god. He like folds up his contract again, puts it away, and he takes off the circlet and gives it to you. He takes his earrings out and give them to you. He takes like his like jewelry off of his hooves and puts them down. He's just like puts a whole nice stack on the barrel, not in the fertilizer, like but on the lid. He ties it up nicely. He is just standing there like in his like heart boxers. So yeah.
I believe it is.
Sorry,
I
go
believe
for
it's
it.
time to make our escape.
It's like,
Pigment Shroom will,
"Stop, they're getting away.
as they're
Guards.
as we're driving off, can I grab the boxing glove?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just gonna say, if we can reattach and just punch another hole in the wall.
I have Tinker.
Oh my
go
god.
for it. Fix it up.
Stardust Room also has Tinker. Would like to assist.
Yes.
I also have the ability Da Vinci's ingenuity to improvise a tool or weapon.
This is exactly this. I would. All right. So, how many Tinker do you have? Pigment.
I have 2.
2. Add 1 for sturdy helping, and then add another 1 for the Da Vinci. So 4. 46. 2 5s, 2 2s. But okay. I love just the improvised thing. So you try to reconnect it, and it no longer works exactly the way that it worked before. Before, it was a fist that launched straight. Like it was supposed to punch out and do like a jab. What does it do now?
It's simple. So many of the tall folk, we can't get them in a good spot. It uppercuts.
Just a fun question. Do we get a display of that real quick? Would Sturdy test it by any chance?
Definitely Sturdy would try it if there's anybody like in their path of escape.
Chester is, let me tell you, Chester is trying his damnedest to not be in your path of escape. But I also don't think he can fully predict what your path of escape might be.
I think he thinks we're going to go out the other door, so he's trying to back up onto this door.
Yeah, absolutely. He thinks you are aiming to go out the open door. He could not be more wrong in this situation.
But like, we don't know that it is altered yet, right?
Absolutely.
So
You think you're just firing a hole through the door.
Yeah. So be like, Sturdy's Room has declared this raid a success. To me, the fungal vanguard, we make our escape. And he just climbs back up his staircase and then jumps back down on the lever again.
Chester is just like nodding along. He's like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, good job, everybody. Oh, I'm so scared. All right, and like he sees like where you're aimed, and he's just like, all right, all I have to do is step to the side. And it's just like, it's gonna go straight. It's gonna go under my chin. It's fine. It'll get like, I'll make it look good. Make it look like they're scary. Good. He's set up and ready to go. This is another skirmish, though.
Yeah.
And yeah, and definitely take an additional die for Pigment's like improvised weapon.
It's gonna go great.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's 6 is bad news for Chester. I think you like. You tell me, like, how much damage? Like, did you knock him out, or is this just even more humiliating?
Well, I think it would have been more humiliating if it wasn't powered up from Pollux and Caster. So I think we just have to like knock him out, like fully take him off his feet as it catches him right under the chin. And then like he flies through the door.
Wait, because that was a 6? Like, is it like a shuriken?
Yeah.
It's fucking Chester flying through the door. Just, crashes his back on the ground.
Sturdy Shroom will look towards Pigment Shroom and say, Sturdy Shroom approves of the modifications. It allows me to take the fight straight to the talls.
I'll have to work on getting you that same shooting one. I think as they're driving, Pigment Shroom is writing down what he can remember of the schedule.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So you guys have detailed plans of how they how to rob them, like the tour caravans. You also have learned that they cannot do anything to you under punishment of the Silver Thimbles Wildlife Protection Act that is aided by Lockstitch. So if anybody did anything to you, the other yous would have to destroy them.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Like, you have the number, like, the biggest intimidation in this world. You have turned these creatures, you've given these creatures the same protection as we give the Otters of Holt. Like, you can't hurt them when they're delivering mail, because everybody will attack them. So, like, all of Lockstitch's allies that are part of, because I imagine all of our allies, like, mostly good guys that would always protect animals. We wouldn't be friends with people that wouldn't protect animals.
Yeah.
Yes, that tracks.
So yeah, don't start shit with the mushrooms, or you have to fight Lockstitch and Holt and the Salamander King, probably. Get instant aggro, for sure. But okay, so we're back at the end. I'm back at the beginning. What do we got? Let's count our successes. You have the freshest fertilizer you could have,
A little extra.
with a little extra. You have 4 gems when they only asked for 1.
Yep.
You have all the utensils.
Mhm.
A prime sandwich. Like, It's just a fucking just chef's kiss of a sandwich.
The cartoon sandwich, the olive on the toothpick.
It was it's got to be that, but like it was a Monte Cristo also. So it's a Monte Cristo with an olive and a toothpick going through it. What if a Monte Cristo was also a Dagwood? Is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It's just like you guys could eat this sandwich for weeks, like that one episode of The Simpsons. Just eat it till you cannot finish it. But good news, your mushrooms. You will in the end. So, success. By beer romantically, you guys definitely won. So, in the way that this game works, but I didn't fully explain these rules to you guys because I didn't know this game was going to be the way that it went. As a faction, you are all going to level up in the Reclaimers thing. So you will get everybody that plays Warshroom with us in the future are all going to belong to this group, the Vanguard. No, wait, you guys wanted that as quads. Oh no, rival factions.
Oh.
We are all part of the Reclaimers, but we are constantly attempting to outdo each other. And the Fungal Vanguard has just set the high score to be beat.
You definitely
We're the
did.
best.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is a massive success. You are currently the heroes. You are compared to the original 5. You are on that level. I'm gonna look forward to the way that this keeps going.
Honest question.
Go ahead.
Honest question to the rest of the group. Do we tell the colony that we're protected by the heroes?
Yes.
Like, do you know?
I thought
Like-
that's what you said.
You know, like, players-wise, you
Okay.
know. But, like, do your characters... Like, are they just kind of bumbling, like, goofs?
Yeah,
Up
I
to
thought that
you.
you. I think that it's funnier if we don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we have to take a specific skill to understand human. Like, we don't naturally understand each other.
And you're all just, like, the goofiest.
Yeah, like, I think it's funnier if we just assume we're really good at our jobs and, like, the people have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. Definitely have the schedule though.
Oh,
So-
absolutely. But
This is
you
gonna be-
think that, like, you're so fucking smart.
hmm
And, like, I guess for the mushrooms, despite being technologically this level, they are, you know, pretty naive. Which is a good flaw to have, I suppose.
When they have the capability to actually do some damage, being naive about it is probably good.
Sturdy Shroom is a monster.
Oh, absolutely.
Darius Room is a hero.
That Sturdy Shroom, they're building statues of Sturdy Shroom.
Sturdy Shroom approves.
It also needs those statue needs the butt flap.
Of course.
It's actually just like a jungle gym. So, like, it's a statue, but people can, like, climb in and like, a playground set.
Oh my god.
All the little budlings
Oh.
playing in Sturdy Shrooms. I don't like it. Butt flap. Just-
It's like you could call it a hatch if you would prefer.
a butt hatch?
I was just gonna say just a hatch. It's probably the more technical term, but I couldn't think of it right now at that time, so it was a butt flap.
A spring-loaded butt flap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just why not? That was a very fun game.
I hurt from laughing so much. That was amazing.
Yeah, I guess I'm ready for recap screen. That was a really good. That was a great 1-2 punch of just ridiculous whimsy. So, yeah, that is. I guess that's what happens to Tier Loa. So people are going on tours on the path. They are well guarded. Towards some parts of the world are dangerous. I mean, some parts of the path are still quite dangerous. This one spot is incredibly well protected because of a documentary filmed by Dr. Nicholas, then Nickel Trafford, Pollux and Castor, and Amon on the struggles that this group in Tier Loa is having because big people would just raid them and take what they wanted. But this documentary brought that into light and made them a protected species. The mushrooms, though, did not get this memo. And they think that they are raiding people and stealing all of their goods, but it's actually more like a safari where you get robbed. And these guys, the Fungal Vanguard, are the cream of the crop. Like, the amount of stuff that they steal, just chef's kiss everywhere. Does that about cover everything?
I think so.
Oh, it turns out Nicholas has a potion that can turn you into a mushroom for an undetermined amount of time. Good luck with that. And say goodbye forever, everybody.
Bye forever.
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.